Hello again, everyone. This is O'Shane. Thank you for joining me. As I look back at the last video, I realized it was a tad bit long. So right now I'm going to be focusing on graphing linear equations. This is another topic in our bridge to geometry journey. And I hope this one's a little bit shorter. Um, so effectively, I have two objectives here, right? The first objective is that we are going to be able to sketch the graph of a line, and we're going to be able to sketch the graph of a line in the first one here is slope-intercept form. And as you can see, slope-intercept form is in the form y is equal to mx plus b, right? And then sliding down to my next set of questions here, we're going to be able to do it again in standard form. Both of them are pretty simple and similar. Standard form is just an additional step, but they're all doing the same thing. So let's begin. Now to sketch the slope of a, well, not the slope, to sketch the graph of a line in slope-intercept form, we're going to simply be using two things. And we spoke about these two things in our last video, right? We're going to be using the slope, m, the slope, and the y-intercept, b. That's it. Those two things. Okay, let's begin. So I would say that my first step, let's look at question number one. My first step is to identify these two things. So for number one, remember your slope is the coefficient of the x term once we know that it is in slope-intercept form. So our slope here is negative 1/2. We can see that, okay? Then our y-intercept b is negative 3. Now, how do we use, let me just, negative 3, okay? Now, how do we use these two things to draw a line? First thing you're going to do is this. You're going to put your y-intercept b on the y-axis. So in this case, b is negative 3. I'm going to put it here. This is going to be our foundation. So follow me carefully. Now, what I want us to do is, after we've put the y-intercept on the y-axis, right, we're going to analyze this here, negative 1/2. Now, let us break down what this means. Before I can break it down, I just want to point out two things. We said that our slope here is negative 1/2. I just want to point out mathematically that negative 1/2 can look different. Negative 1/2 is the same as negative 1/2 or 1/2. This is negative 1/2, this is negative 1/2. Whichever way you choose to do it is going to be fine. Here's why it's important. Remember that our numerator is our rise, which is our vertical movement, and our denominator is our run, which is our horizontal movement. So let us look back at this here. Negative 1/2 will have to be analyzed as either negative 1/2 or 1/2. Let's look at them in both ways and see what that looks like. So starting from our y-intercept, let's go with negative 1, which means that we're going to go down 1 and positive 2 means we're going to go to the right 2, right? Negative for rise and run means down or up. positive is up, negative is down, and run, positive is to the right, negative is to the left. So let's just look at that again. Negative 1 over 2 is going to be a rise going down 1 to the right 2. Down 1 to the right 2. Let's look at this one. This would mean up 1 to the left 2. Up 1 to the left 2. Now, what's happening is no matter how we do this, you're going to realize that you're going to end up with a straight line between here, here, and here. That did not work. Let's do that again. There you go. Right? Now, I want to just review that again. Let's review it. Let's do a couple of things here again. So, we recognized that this problem, let's going back over everything here. Let's do it again. We recognize that it had a slope of negative 1/2 coming from this here. Now, what we want to analyze is what does this mean for us when we're drawing the line? So we're saying that negative 1/2 could be negative 1 over 2 or 1 over negative 2. Let us write out what that means. Negative 1 over 2 means we're going to go down 1. That's what the negative means, down 1. And if it's positive, then it means to the right 2. Remember, the numerator is rise over run, and rise is up or down, and run is left or right. Just remember that. Similarly, 1 over negative 2 would then be up 1 to the left 2. So it's down 1, right 2, up 1, left 2. Both will give us the same or the correct slope. So let's see. The y-intercept is negative 3, and we're saying we're going down 1 to the right 2. So down 1 to the right 2. And what we would do then is draw a line between them, like that. And this is how we draw a line. Now, this is all we're going to be doing, right? Analyzing the rise over the run and how that looks. And we're going to be analyzing it from the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. Let's do some more. So with this problem here, y is equal to 3x plus 3. What would our slope be? Our slope would be 3. And our y-intercept b would also be 3. Now, you may ask, but teacher Shane, I see that I have 3. So what's my rise? What's my run? Very good question. Now, let's first put our y-intercept on the line, which is 3. So it's going to be positive 3 here. That's our y-intercept. Now let's analyze what the slope of 3 means. If you have a whole number for your slope, a whole number for your slope, it means that it can be written over 1. Naturally, 3 over 1 is just 3. What does this mean? For rise or run, it means I'm going up 3, that's positive, up is positive, and I'm going to the right 1. So I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, to the right 1. And then I draw a line through those 2 points, right? That's really what it is, okay? Now please don't judge my lines. They are looking horrid. let's look at more examples. Okay, so here, what is our slope and our y-intercept? Our slope is -3/2, and our y-intercept b is -1. So let's put our y-intercept on the line. B equals -1, as you can see, is right here. And remember, even though I wrote it as -3/2, remember, if it's negative, I can say that it's -3/2 or 3/2. These two are the same thing, right? Now, -3/2 is going to be down 3, 1, 2, 3, and to the right 2, 1, 2. And those give me those 2 points. Similarly, this one here would be up 3, 1, 2, 3, and to the left 2, 1, 2. And what you'll see is it's going to give us the same slope. If I should draw a line to connect all of them here, same slope, all right? Let me do it so that it will connect. There you go, same slope. All right, I hope you guys see that. Now, I'm not gonna draw it out because I think you guys get the idea. What I wanna focus on is this one here. I just put it in there because I want to put it. It's important. The line x equals 4, right? And the line y equals to -1. So I could write this as some notes for you here. The line x is equal to a, and the line y is equal to a. The line x is equal to a is always going to be a vertical line. And the line y equals to a is always going to be a horizontal line. The line x is equal to a, and a is just any number. Similarly, a is just any number for that. The line x equals to a is always going to be a line vertically because it's going to intersect the x-axis at a. So it's going to intersect the x-axis at a. And the y, or horizontal line, will intersect the y-axis at a. Always remember this, never forget. The line x equals to a is a vertical line. The line y equals to a is a horizontal line, right? And what is the slope of a vertical line? That slope is undefined. And what's the slope of a horizontal line? That slope is 0. So this is the line here. X is equal to -4. X is equals to -4 is a vertical line. And it's going to simply be at x equals to -4. Notice this is our x-axis. And it's going to be a line going through -4. There you go. And the slope here is undefined slope. This is a vertical line, okay? And as you can see, it is a line that intersects the x-axis. Similarly, the line y is equal to -1. -1 on the y-axis is here. Oops, that's not true. That's not true. -1 on the y-axis is here. And the line y equals to -1 is a horizontal line that intersects the y-axis, right? Now, there are more things I could say, that the line y is equal to -1 or y is equal to a is always going to be parallel to the x-axis and all that stuff. But I'm not trying to do too much flip-flopping. Just remember this, right? The line x equals to a is a vertical line. The lines y equals to a is a horizontal line, all right? So the slope here, excuse me, is 0, and the slope here is undefined. Awesome. Now to the standard form question. To graph this equation in standard form, there are a couple ways in which we can do it. The first way is to identify intercepts, like what is your x-intercept, what is your y-intercept. However, I'm going to stay consistent here. Let us do it along the lines of how we know we can do it. So 7x minus 2y is equal to 10. So let's do it this way. 7x minus 2y is equal to 10. This is in standard form, as you can see. Let us, I don't like how I wrote form there. Erase that. That's no better. But anyway, let us convert this to slope-intercept form. Remember how we did this? We're going to subtract 7x from both sides. That's going to leave me with negative 2y, and I always write the 7x first. That's a positive 10. Then I'm going to keep changing my ink here. I'm going to divide by negative 2, and I'm going to divide everything by negative 2. That will just leave me with y is equal to, these two negatives will cancel, leaving with 7 over 2x, and 10 divided by negative 2 is negative 5. Now, once you do this part properly, we're able to identify our slope, which is 7 over 2, and our y-intercept, which is negative 5. What do we do after that? Well, as we spoke about, we put our y-intercept on the y-axis, remember, and now we're going to break down or rise over run. It's going to go rise, which is going to be up 7, and the run is going to be right 2. If it's all positive, it's up to the right. So look, up, down, right, left. Positive, negative, positive, negative. So this is up, down, right, left. All right. So it's going to be up 7, right 2. So let's count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right 2, 1, 2. And then we draw a line through both. And that continues, and that's how we do that. Okay. Now I'm hoping that we can follow this. If you need me to do more examples, let me know. But I do want you to practice converting from standard form to slope intercept form, and then graphing it in slope intercept form by using the slope and the y-intercept. Thank you guys. Let me know if you understand it. I can do more examples for you here.